And Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi joins me live tonight from California. Congresswoman, it's great to have you.
My pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you to put aside, if you can, briefly, like substance and your ideological and political commitments, and simply as someone who is a well-deserved reputation as a great legislator and very adept at whipping votes and corralling votes, what you think of Kevin McCarthy's performance in the role that you had in these first 100 days.
Well, first, let me congratulate you on 10 years.
Thank you.
10 years of the highest ethical standards and your knowledge, your values. You're bringing truth to power and to the public. Congratulations. I was honored to be with you right from the start, and thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. I don't want to speak personally about another leader, but I will look at the results. And what you mentioned has nothing to do with becoming law. As you know, in the 10 years that you have been on the air with All In, you've been on longer, but with All In, you have seen us move to expanding freedom in our country. We were very proud at the end of the last term to, again, have the Marriage Equality, Respect for Marriage Act passed. Then you see the Supreme Court reverse freedom and go back to what you just described earlier with Comstock and the judges that are making decisions now. They are reversing the tide of history. In the beginning, our founders had a vision. They had documents that were about the dignity and worth of people, but they didn't all live up to the legislation we would need later. But they enabled us to do it by amendment. Abolish slavery, the right to vote for men and black men, a right to vote for women, a woman's right to choose. The list goes on until this court. And this Congress is a manifestation of that thinking, reversing freedom in our country. And so when you talk about the legislation that they passed it in the House. It did not become law. In quite contrast to our first 100, not days, but hours, when Democrats took back the House in 2006, in January of 2007, in the first 100 hours, we passed our 6-for-06, and two of them that are very famous, raising the minimum wage, which became the law, and implementing, legislating, and enacting the 9/11 Commission recommendations. Right. Another one of our proposals did not pass the Senate, which was to enable the Secretary to negotiate for lower prescription drug prices. We have made some progress with that now in the IRA legislation under leadership of President Biden.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because what was clear when you say 6-for-06, when people don't remember that 2006 campaign was a very successful campaign for the Democrats, huge congressional majorities. There was a very specific, identifiable platform. If you elect us, here is what we want to do legislatively. I think that was pretty clear in 2020, and we saw it too with the American Rescue Plan. We saw it with the Inflation Reduction Act. Like, if you elect us, here's what you're going to get. I don't think, as someone who followed the midterms, that I got a very clear sense from Republicans what the answer to that is, other than border crime and inflation. But they haven't really even done stuff on that, which is a little flummoxing. Like, they've had 100 days. They could have passed a border bill. They could have passed an inflation bill. For some reason, they haven't.
Instead, they've kind of wasted the congressional time. For example, on Friday, before I left Washington to come home to San Francisco, in my district, they passed this legislation barring trans girls from participating in sports. See, they don't have too much to go on. The women's right to choose issue did not help them in the election. We knew that. That's why we had it in the forefront of our messaging in the districts. A gun issue they're losing on, even though money is keeping them in the mix on that. but still you see young people taking agency of the issue, whether it's the Generation Lockdown group that's against, it was trying to ban assault weapons, or the two Justins, aren't we so proud of them? The Tennessee Three, who have come forward to resist what they were doing in Tennessee. So young people give us so much hope because they have lost patience with all of this. And so what do the Republicans have to run on anymore? They are running on the trans issue, which is so sad. It's so sad, but it's what they're running on. That's something they've found that they can do to consolidate, strengthen their base, but not expand their universe. And so I'm hopeful that the next election will enable us to win the House, win the Senate significantly, to pull back the filibuster and have a Democratic president to sign, to not only inspire and lead, but to sign the legislation. So this is these are like hopeless cases. They're the kitchen table issues of the American people are not their concern. They're there to give tax breaks to the wealthiest people, to resist raising revenue in order to provide for the needs of the American people. And you just see what they've said about debt ceiling. What they're saying about debt ceiling, if you didn't care about anything else in it, just think of what they're doing about our veterans.